Hi Pisces, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to do a general reading for you. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to pull all the energy of the cards before we get started, and then I'll go through them individually. Spirit, what messages do you have for Pisces today, please? What messages do you have for Pisces today, please, Spirit? Okay, 10 cards for a Celtic cross spread. 4 of Cups reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. The Death card reversed. The Devil card. Page of Pentacles reversed. 5 of Swords reversed. The High Priestess. The Sun. The Strength card. The Ace of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck is the Star reversed. So, just so you know, Pisces, or whoever's listening, watching this video, I channel, the way I do my readings is I clear the energy, I pull the cards. They're the cards that I believe Spirit wants me to pull. And the messages are from Spirit. I just channel them, okay? All the messages you receive today are from Spirit. I'm just the messenger. Unless I feel something with my own intuition, I'll let you know. Okay, so your first card that came up is the 4 of Cups reversed, and this card represents your current situation. This card is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. So this is a card, it has a few different meanings, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. The 4 of Cups reversed could be ignorance, it could be self-awareness, it could be focusing on the positive, letting go of regret, being enthusiastic, feeling re-energized, feeling motivated, seizing opportunities, being proactive, focusing, having sudden awareness, choosing happiness. It's a card of acceptance, having a zest for life, feeling gratitude. But it could also represent depression and negativity, withdrawal, retreating. It could mean a deeper depression, or maybe engaging in unhealthy activities to relieve boredom. The 4 of Cups reverse, you may be experiencing displeasure, disappointment, or dissatisfaction with a relationship or the way a creative project is turning out. Maybe you feel like you want to withdraw to regain perspective and balance. Okay? Depression, retreat, withdrawal, negativity. Spirit is saying, check in with alignment with yourself, choose happiness, accept what's going on, be grateful, be careful not to be ignorant, okay? It's a card of ignorance. Be proactive, show some interest, focus, seize opportunities, let go of regret, be motivated, re-energized, enthusiastic. Listen to your heart and follow its knowing. The second card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating, and you have the 3 of Swords reversed. See things exactly as they are. You might not be doing that because it came out reversed. When a card comes out reversed, extra protection from Spirit. This is Gemini energy. So this card can talk about moving on, forgiveness, negative self-talk, getting over the worst, overcoming depression, not being able to let go of pain, the inability to let go of pain. Maybe you're suppressing memories. You're refusing to let go of emotions. It's a card of confusion, disorder, distraction, loss, mental alienation. Maybe you're recovering from heartbreak. You're experiencing a setback. You're getting over the worst. You're sharing your problems. You're releasing pain. You're moving on. You're overcoming grief, sorrow, sadness. You're taking a separation too hard and you're not accepting the truth of the situation. Maybe you're blaming someone else instead of acknowledging that you were partly responsible for the breakup too. You may be suffering from depression, unable to move past this difficult situation. Don't get bogged down with what might have been, though, and seek professional help if necessary. This card can represent pain based on a misunderstanding or malicious gossip. It's warning you to make sure you know the full truth of the matter, as the matter may not be what it seems, and someone may be trying to hurt you cruelly and needlessly. Sorry, those crows are really loud outside. So be careful of negative self-talk. Watch how you talk to yourself. Forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others. Moving on, being optimistic, you're healing. But be careful you're not repressing emotions, okay? Recovering from heartbreak, experiencing a setback, loss, distraction. And then what's your third card is the Death card. This is Scorpio energy. This is a major arcana card. The Death card came out reversed. So this card is all about stagnation, not being able to move forward, holding on to something, resisting change, repeating negative patterns. There may be a fear of starting over again, a fear of beginnings. It's a card of stagnation. Inner purging is needed. There's some kind of dependency going on, or maybe you're going through a personal transformation. This card could imply resisting death and perhaps even stalling it or letting something drag on beyond its natural lifespan, which leads to stagnation. You're putting off making necessary changes, usually out of fear. You feel like others are standing in your way, but it's really you that's blocking yourself. You're stuck in old habit patterns that you know need to be changed, but you don't want to put forth the effort to alter them, even though you are unhappy with the current situation. Again, Spirit is saying you may be depressed or in a state of apathy, the result of refusing to accept the necessary process of psychological death, which leads to rebirth. The way out is to face up to your stagnation, frustration, and unhappiness. Let go of any relationships that aren't working. Throw out the old and bring in the new. Okay? And then your fourth card is the Devil card, another major arcana. This is Capricorn energy, represented by Capricorn in astrology. So this card, you're free from whatever was holding you back, is the message with the Devil card. So this card is about your shadow self. It's about feeling powerless. It's about addiction. It's about depression again. It's about feeling hopeless, powerless, limited. It's telling you to be careful, be mindful of how you treat others. And again, this is a card of ignorance, so be careful of that. It's a card of egotism, irresponsibility, indulgence, feeling trapped, dependency. Another spirit is repeating dependency again here. Excess, mental health issues, lust, greed, secrets, cheating, bondage. It could represent success in career and personal interests. Oppression, feeling victimized, impulsive behavior. You are in control of your own destiny. You don't have to tolerate negativity, criticism, manipulation, or abuse from anyone, Pisces. Okay? This card could suggest bondage or addiction to a dangerous practice, substance, situation, or person. Less extreme and less dangerous, it can represent overindulgences of any sort. Eating, drinking, sexual activity, staying up late, etc. These may be unhealthy, and the appearance of this card in a reading may remind you to adopt more moderate practices. Being held captive by your passions might feel like fun for a short time, but such imbalance is never a good long-term plan. Okay? Capricorn energy. The devil is telling you to reevaluate your relationship to material things, which are keeping you chained. It's time to look at whatever is limiting your personal growth, especially abusive, obsessive, or harmful relationships. You may need to confront your fears about financial security and social and material success. My intuition is really tugging at me with that last message there, Pisces. You may need to confront your fears about financial security and social and material success. When you're getting dependency, depression, ignorance coming up already, okay? So you need to recognize and acknowledge things you don't like about yourself, your personality, your body, your behavior, or your temperament. It's time to let go of old fears, hang-ups, inhibitions, and ways you manipulate others to satisfy your needs instead of taking responsibility for yourself. Often there's a sexual component involved that may have a harmful effect on your whole life, or there could be a non-sexual relationship that binds you and that must end before you can grow further. Whatever the situation, you're the only one who can change it. This card could also represent bondage to the material realm. But you can attain freedom by relinquishing attachment to the things of this world. Yeah, the devil represents the bondage that we create and maintain for ourselves. There may be obstacles in the environment that you find frustrating, or you may feel your options are narrowing. Someone may be involved, but you have the ability to free yourself from the situation by using your willpower. Okay, you're not trapped, you're not stuck there. And then your fifth card is the Page of Pentacles, reverse. This card represents your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So the Page of Pentacles is talking about, again, just take what resonates, leave the rest. But the Page of Pentacles reverse could represent an unhealthy lifestyle, procrastination, a lack of commitment, someone who's immature, greediness, an underachiever, laziness. There's a lack of progress, a lack of common sense, learning from failure. They're rebellious, unfocused, immature, unfaithful, irresponsible, foolish, lazy, failing or dropping out. The Page of Pentacles could also represent failing or dropping out of something, learning difficulties, frustration, disloyalty, a lack of goals, not following through. The Page of Pentacles reflects someone who is lazy, unmotivated, or uninterested in furthering themselves through education or work. It could indicate bad news concerning money matters. It refers to some kind of disappointment, like failing an exam, not getting into the college of your choice, not being hired for a job, or some examples. Spirit is saying more effort and focus are needed. You got focus again already, so I would make a note of that. This can be someone in a position of servitude or under someone's control. I feel like that. That's what it sounds like to me. Under someone's control. That's what my intuition's telling me. He or she can be, he or she, the Page of Pentacles, he or she in a general reading, can also be someone who is stingy and a penny pincher, or who never wants to give or do more than they have to. And then the outcome, be open to opportunities for personal growth is the message with the Page of Pentacles. And then your fifth card, the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Five of Swords reversed. Talking about reconciliation again. Okay, moving on again. When I say again, it just means Spirit's repeating the message. It's a card of regret again. Resentment. The desire to reconcile, the desire to forgive, resolution, compromising. It's also revenge, cutting losses, making amends, remorse, regret, peaceful resolution, moving on, communicating, risking everything, being relentless, surrendering to challenges, not heeding warnings, can be represented by the Five of Swords reversed. You will heal yourself, okay? Your losses have hit you hard and you're in a state of great unhappiness. You feel hurt, betrayed, angry, and discouraged. But only you can pull yourself out of your misery. You may feel confused about why the crisis occurred, but deep down you know the reasons, you just don't want to face them. This card suggests an empty victory that was not worth the energy and consequences. This card talks about escalating violence, being held accountable. It's a card of arrest, shame, humiliation, overcoming challenges, releasing stress, ending conflict. It represents a major sacrifice. Your self-image, how you see yourself, is the High Priestess, Major Arcana. So how you see yourself, very wise. You might have some secrets. Very sensual. You have a thirst for knowledge. You have hidden knowledge. You have sacred knowledge. You have feminine wisdom. This card is telling you to trust your intuition. Okay, your intuition will guide you to the truth. Trust your intuition. This card is about knowledge that you need and that can be revealed. This knowledge is beyond logic. You must access and trust your intuition if you hope to understand it. Refrain from action for a while and instead take the time to search within yourself for the wisdom you need to move on. It could also mark the beginning of a personal spiritual journey. It also suggests sharing knowledge and not keeping secrets. Okay. Something hidden or within you is preparing to come forth. This card is also telling you that you need to pay more attention to your inner world of dreams, imagination, and intuition. Usually you know the importance of developing this part of your life, but you may have been holding back out of fear or lack of motivation. You're attempting to hide something that needs to be revealed. The High Priestess represents our potentials that have yet to be discovered and manifested, our secret selves longing to be recognized. You're experiencing awareness of the invisible world, where inner change takes place before it manifests in the outer material world. Your attunement to these inner invisible sources is acute now. You're in a position to take advantage of this. You may want to practice meditation to go deeper into your inner core. Tune into your inner voice and spiritual awareness by whatever meditative method works for you. Following breath, guided meditation, visualization, whichever works for you. Okay? Higher power, spirituality, your inner voice, intuitive understanding, the subconscious mind. Your environment or how others see you and your situation is the Sun card. You're optimistic and appreciate everything you have. Or Spirit saying be optimistic and appreciate everything you have. This is a card of freedom, clarity again, good health, having confidence, having courage, the truth, positivity, joy, success, celebration, optimism, happiness. So the Sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck, okay? It indicates vitality, confidence, success, good times, new beginnings, things going well, accomplishment, contentment. You feel cheerful and self-confident, full of life and energy, ready to undertake new projects with enthusiasm. Maybe you're upgrading something in your life, like taking a more satisfying job, remodeling your home, or moving to a sunnier climate. This card suggests prosperity, enthusiasm, honors, public recognition, achieving your goals. Okay, this card is all about good health too. Good health, good fortune, happiness, courage, strength, clarity, good luck, opportunities, freedom. Your mind is clear and sharp. This card brings great joy, clear truth, and well-deserved success, okay? After traveling through the long, dark night of soul searching, you emerge into the light. All your journeys, all your spiritual seeking, all your sincere efforts now pay off. You're able to see where you were and where you now stand. Your mind is clear and sharp. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation is the Strength card. This card is all about strength, inner strength. You can deal with whatever comes your way, okay? Maybe you need to trust yourself more. The card on the bottom of the deck is a star card. This is a card of faithlessness, hopelessness, insecurity, despair, negativity, a lack of faith. Trust yourself, okay? Let go of doubt. You're focusing on the negative. This card represents a lack of faith, a lack of inspiration. This card is telling you that signs from the universe are being overlooked. Everyday events are distracting you from your true path. Your hopes and fears, what you hope for, but fear at the same time is the Strength card. You want to be strong, but you know you're strong, but you're afraid to be strong for some reason. But you trust yourself, okay? I definitely, you need to trust yourself. That's what the Strength card is all about. You're seeking your own path in a private way without regard for the outside world. You may feel alone, withdrawn, or even resentful of outer obligations at this time. You've recently experienced some disappointment that has caused you to turn inward, but this is a necessary step because you need repair time, including meditation and solitary self-care, so that you can realign yourself with your inner needs and re-energize yourself. Okay? That's the overall energy of the card. You have the Strength card, Leo energy, your hopes and fears. Tap into that core of determination, that control, that integrity, compassion, power, intense personal strength. You're doing the right thing. It's self-confidence, it's courage, it's bravery, it's focus. Focus again is coming up again. Your actions prevail is the message from Spirit. Past challenges foster present strength. Because of what you've gone through in your life, it's made you very strong. You have gentle control over a situation. You have fortitude. You're overcoming self-doubt. Okay, you can deal with whatever comes your way. And then your future is the Ace of Cups. Aces are beginnings. This is love. This is having an emotional awakening. This is a renewal, content, abundance, new romance. It could represent new feelings, conception, pregnancy, fertility. This card represents the gift of love. It could be a new romantic interest, a creative desire, or a spiritual awakening. Your life is filled with possibilities and abundant, joyful emotions. All you need to do is embrace the moment and use the energy for the start of something wonderful. This ace suggests a fountain of love. It represents a gift of love, either personal or spiritual, a new love or a one-on-one relationship of any kind. Previously unfelt emotions come into play, now perhaps as a result of seeing a relationship in a new way. You could be having a baby. This card represents a birth of a child or an idea. It's a fertile time for emotional or creative growth. This ace symbolizes the consummation of something hoped for. Okay, Pisces, that is your reading. If this resonated with you, please let me know. I would love to know. I love getting feedback. Thank you for letting me channel these messages from Spirit today. I'm very grateful. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I'm sending you a really big hug, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.